Good morning. Let's do a little bit of meditation because we really need to. We haven't done any meditation at all the last few sessions, and I think let's just bring ourselves to balance. And we will continue with the Anapana. Okay, I don't know if has anybody been. Well, I don't want to put you on the spot, but in case you haven't continued, we'll do a refresher today. So I'd like you to sit comfortably. If you're wearing glasses, take your glasses off and sit comfortably. Make sure your back is straight, your neck is straight, your head is straight. And your hands can be anywhere. I'm actually going to mute everybody so it's kind of quiet, except for, of course, Ollie barking in the background. Okay. And I'd like you to just breathe. Don't worry about where the breath is going. Don't worry about whether you're doing it right. Just breathe and gently close your eyes. And you're breathing in and out through the nostrils. Now I'd like you to bring your focus to that place between your eyebrows. Continuing to breathe in and out through the nostrils. Bring your hands in your lap, right palm holding the left, the thumbs gently touching each other. And let the focus continue to be in that space between your eyebrows. And now let's move that focus down to that space above your upper lip, between your nose and your upper lip. Let your breath come into a rhythm. Let the breath bring its own rhythm and just observe it. Bring the body into stillness. Now focus your awareness on your exhalation and your inhalation and the movement of the air past that upper portion of the lip. So as you're inhaling, become aware of the air brushing against the upper lip. And as you're exhaling, become aware of it brushing. That movement, subtle. And if you're not feeling it quite now, that's okay. Just keep focusing. Don't try to make the breath bigger. Don't try to make it stronger. Just maintain the same breath that you've been having. Make sure there's a space between your teeth, that the jaws are not clenched. Bring a slight smile to your face, to your lips. Just small, just enough to release any tension in the lips. And continue to focus on that breath, the movement of that breath on the upper lip. As it's coming in, you may feel like a nice cool breeze. And as it's coming out, you'll find that it's a little warmer. You can liken it, as it's coming out, to the air that's being released from an oven, just a slightly warm release of air. And as it's coming in, nice, beautiful, fresh breeze. Take a deep breath in. And slowly and gently breathe out. One more time. Deep breath in. And a slow and gentle release out. Become aware of your toes. You can wiggle them a little bit. Become aware of where your hands are. Are they still in the mudra or not? Gently open your eyes and close them again. Open them one more time and close them again. And when you're ready, open them and leave them open. Namaste. Now we're ready. Now we're ready to get a little more into the subtle. And Ashtanga Namaskar, although it seems like a very complicated posture, is actually a very subtle posture. 8 parts of the body touch the ground. Your 2 hands, your knees, the 2 parts of the toes, your chin, and your chest. That's why it's called Ashtanga Namaskar. And you're surrendering. You're surrendering to that which is a bigger force than you. You're surrendering to that breath, to that prana. And what you're going to find is that spot in the center of your spine where prana meets apana. That's where you will find that Manipur chakra on your spine. And in this position, it facilitates finding that spot. when you're putting the asanas together, you remain in exhalation as you're going down. And then you come out of it in an inhalation, right? As you're going into Bhujangasana, you use that inhalation to help you out. But we're going to stay there and take a couple breaths. Okay? I don't want you to stay too long, because if you're not used to doing it, it can strain you a little bit, you know, this movement of keeping the chin so stretched or the spine in that position. And with time, it's a piece of cake. But in the meantime, until you get used to it, I don't want you to stay in it too long. As opposed to the other postures where I've asked you to stay there as long as you can. This one, because of the way the position is, couple breaths is enough. Okay? And then once you start becoming comfortable in it, then you can stay a little longer. But use your own measuring stick, okay? It's very important that you listen to your body. Today, Sandy, I'm not sure that I want you to do it. Okay, I want you to see what we're doing, but I want you to take it easy because you have this going on and I don't want to aggravate it. Okay, until we know what's going on. But I will show you ways of adapting it, okay? And if, I was talking to Cindy and she said this one's a challenge for her because of her shoulder. So we'll be adapting it to everybody so that they can do some form of it, okay? But here's the thing. This is such a beautiful posture because the curvature in the spine is exactly where Manipur is. And that, for example, if you're in Bhujangasana, the focus is on the tip of your spine, even though the spine is bent, but the focus is on the tip of the spine. In Ashtanga Namaskar, it's quite the opposite. You've got this bow effect because of the way you're situating the spine, and you can feel exactly, more or less, where Manipur is, right? So it's a beautiful way of really tuning in to that chakra. Now, the other thing it does, because Manipur is our center of self-esteem, of stick-to-itiveness. I mean, it does a lot to open that up for us if we're feeling a sense of doubt in ourselves. This is a beautiful posture to help us with that. So anyway, any questions before we continue? I know some of you have already done this posture probably thousands of times. We're just going to do it a little differently so that you understand it. But any questions before we get into that? No? Okay. All right. So I'm going to put myself on speaker so that it will be recorded on speaker. But you're welcome to interrupt me and ask any questions, or I want you to just watch first and then we'll do it together. And when we do it together, I'll turn it on to the gallery view. So you're going to begin on your hands and knees, okay? This is the position to begin. I want you to notice that the hands or the wrists are directly below the shoulders and the knees are directly below the hips in this position. I want you to open the hands just a little bit more. I don't want them to be completely aligned under the shoulders. I want them to go out just a little bit. We take a breath in here. As you're breathing out, I'm going to ask that you drop your shoulders. Now, I want you to understand where my shoulders are going. My shoulders are going to go in line where the hands are. The toes are going to tuck under. The chin is on the ground. The chest is on the ground. There's a nice stretch throughout the neck. My belly is completely off the ground. And to come out of the position, this is okay what I did. I came out, up and out. But if you have issues with your shoulders, this isn't a good idea. So if you're in this position, I would move my feet back and come onto my belly and then push myself up, okay? The other way, you put a lot of stress on the shoulders and on the shoulder socket. So you have to be careful with that. The other thing is, I want you to notice, I went down, my hands are basically under my shoulders, but I want you to see where my elbows are. My elbows are not out here. My elbows are next to me. They're in line with my body. Because what's going to happen is I need that support here for when I move the body forward. Okay? So we want to begin that alignment in the posture itself. The arms are next to the body, the hands are under the shoulders, and everything is in one plane, basically. The breath, as you're breathing out, you're going into the posture. So here we are. And here, I want you to see my toes are tucked under. I bring the body down. Hands are under the shoulders. My chest is on the ground. As I went into the posture, I was breathing out. This takes a lot of power through the shoulders. So I don't want you to do this if your shoulders are not in good shape. I want you to do this. Okay, you rest here for a moment, then you can come up and bring yourself onto your knees, or whatever the easiest way for you to come up out of that position. You have to be very careful because as powerful as this posture is, if you do it incorrectly, it has an effect on that shoulder area. And I'm not trying to scare you, it's really important that when we're doing things slowly, that we're aware of the effect of what we're doing on the body. Because when we're just powering through, it's a whole different story. We're using that impetus from the prior posture, right, to help us right through when we're doing it. As opposed to when we're doing it slowly and gently, we need to be very aware of what's happening in the body. So any questions before we go into it together? Let's talk for a moment. Do you understand what I was doing? Could you see what I was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cindy, do you have a question?
You know what, I find I actually can't get my chest to the ground, is what I realize. I can't actually somehow get my chest all the way down. I don't know why. I just,
Okay.
so.
Well, let's see what, let me look. Many times we can't get our chest to the ground because we're afraid.
I can get my forehead and then I try to get my chin, but then I somehow can't get my chest all the way down. But I'll put my iPad on the ground and let you try to.
The other thing you can do is move the hands forward just a little bit more so there isn't that big. Here, let me show you. If my hands are where I was showing you, look at the curvature in my spine. You see that curvature?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, if I were to move my hands forward just a little bit and bring this down, the curvature is not quite as accentuated. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you may need to move your hands forward a little bit so that it eases that curvature a little bit and it makes it easier for you to do it. But let's see what's going on and then, okay, anybody else before we begin? No? Okay, so let me look at Cindy real quick and then we'll do it together.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see me actually, because I just only have an iPad, so I can't really.
Just turn it down just a little bit.
Let me see if I get my other.
Okay, in the meantime, does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. Mina, is this a posture that you can do or do we need to adapt it? You're okay? Okay. Okay, Cindy, there we go. I think that's, so, but I want you to take your time, align yourself, okay? And then bring the shoulders in line with the hands. There we go.
Gosh, I can't somehow get, oops.
No, that's
I
okay.
can't. Yeah, I can't.
Okay, then I want you to do this. I want you to come into this position and then just come into this position. Go down on your elbows. You can either
Okay.
put the palms on the ground or just the palms together, okay? Can you do this? Keep the chest off the ground. Your head is up. The throat is stretched. Does this work for you?
Yeah, that helps a bunch more, yes.
Okay, so just do that
Yeah.
for now. You're gonna find
Okay,
that the back, the spine bends in the same way, and that's the same spot. You're gonna feel that chakra right there. It's the same spot, so it's okay. And as you get used to that, then I think you're gonna find that you'll be able to go into it eventually.
Okay.
If not, that's okay too,
Okay.
Cindy, okay? If not,
okay.
don't worry about it. But when you're doing it, I want you to keep your head up so that you're stretching the throat, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, right, because I need to, right. Oh, yeah.
I can't see. What was, oh yeah.
I found it.
You did?
I found the position. I did. I don't know what happened, but thank you. And I was able to actually go up on my hands.
All right.
I don't know what I was doing wrong, but that's awesome.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
This is a great moment.
Wow.
Good. Okay.
I don't know if I'd never get into it normal, but I did find it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You just have to transition into it, right?
Oh my gosh. Wow. What a difference.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. All right. Okay, let's do it. It's everybody else. If I could see you, that would be great. But if you're confident that you're doing it right and you don't need my help, then that's okay. I don't need to see you. All right. So get on your hands and knees, please. And you're going to bring the hands forward just a little bit. They're not, you don't want them directly under your shoulders, just a little bit forward. Okay. Jayashree, I think, let me see. I think you need to move yours forward a little bit. There you go. Okay. All righty. Now, Danielle, can you move your hands forward a little bit? Just a little, not a lot. Okay, good. All righty, Mina, you too. Hands forward just a little bit. Okay. All righty, everybody looks good. Breathe in. As you're breathing out, start dropping the chest and make sure that the shoulders are dropping in line with the hands. Be very gentle, take your time. Belly button is off the ground. So what you're dropping is only the chest, not the belly. Good, that's it. Chin is on the ground. Good, all righty. Now slowly and gently, if you can push yourself up, do so. Otherwise, extend the legs. Okay. Stay here for a moment. Just stay and rest. Don't do anything. Just stay and rest. I want you to focus on where you felt that connection between the breath in and breath out in the middle of your spine. And when you go down, I want you to be aware of where the spine is the closest to the ground, okay? And that's more or less where your Manipur chakra is. So breathe in. And now start breathing out and bringing the chest onto the ground. Your hips are off the ground, so your butt is up in the air, if you can do it. Your stomach is off the ground. Good, that's it, Danielle. You got it. Good job. All righty, and just breathe, but I want you to be aware, where in your spine are you feeling that point that's closest to the ground? And now slowly and gently start coming up. And sit up and relax. Close your eyes. And I want you to become aware of that point in the spine that we were just talking about and how it's reflected at the belly button region, the belly region. Become aware of the sense of strength, a sense of determination, willpower, but each one of those with compassion and with love. Feel the expansion in the belly region. Feel the balance. And allow yourself to breathe in and out through that point in the spine. As you're breathing in, allow it to come toward the belly button and feel that expansion. And as you're breathing out, feel it releasing at that point in the spine. Breathing in, bringing it toward the belly from the spine. And breathing out, releasing and feeling it leaving in that, through that point in the spine. And slowly, very, very slowly, very gently, let your awareness rest on your toes, on your legs, on your hips, your torso, your back, your arms and your shoulders, your neck and your head. And when you're ready, open your eyes. This is a really powerful posture. You surrender, but in that surrender, you find your power. Any questions? It's a beautiful stillness in all of you right now. It's very nice. Any questions? Cindy, did it make sense to you now?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Sandy, next time,
Yes.
if you're better, I'll go with you and we'll check it out, okay? And make sure that you know how to do it. But wait, don't do it just yet, okay?
Yeah, no, I'll wait.
Okay. Okay.
Margie, I have a question.
Yep.
When you're talking about the spot that's closest to the floor, so my chest is on the floor.
Mhm.
So that's the closest, like,
Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry.
and that, the other, what you're describing is lower down.
Yeah.
But that part's up in the air. So I was a little confused.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you notice, let's say this is your bottom right here, right?
Mhm, yeah,
Part, and then as the bottom comes down,
right.
the rest of the body is not going up, but is horizontal. So there is a space in which the spine stops and comes into a horizontal position.
Okay.
That's the space that I'm talking about, right here.
So it's hard to feel. I'm having a hard time feeling it because I can't see myself. Like I can't see where that's happening.
Okay, but let me show you. So
Okay.
can you see me?
Yes, perfect.
So I come down, right?
Yeah.
Where my spine is coming down right here is right behind my belly button. And that's where my spine is basically at an angle. It's at a 45-degree angle. It's not a 90-degree angle. It's more of a 45-degree angle. It's coming down like this, and then the rest of the body is going straight. Try it right now, Karen.
Okay.
Because I think now that I pointed it out, you're going to understand what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you can see me though. Let's see. Tilt it. There.
Perfect. Yep.
Okay. So can you see me?
I can.
Mhm.
Do you understand the spot I'm talking about?
So like right there.
Right there. That's it.
And on the other side, that's my belly button. Okay. It's where it stops sloping down
Correct.
as much. Yeah. There is an intense pressure on that point.
That's it.
The back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So, okay. All right. Now I feel it more because I kept feeling it like up, at my
Yeah,
I'm
I'm sorry.
like, no, yeah.
No,
So,
you're absolutely right. This was the closest to the ground.
yeah.
But in that curvature, that's where I was talking about.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Really. Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah. This,
You feel that the intensity because it's bending you one way and bending you, with you didn't talk much about the neck. I was really feeling it in the neck area because it's a big stretch that I'm not used to doing that intense of a stretch.
yeah, and that's why I asked you not to stay there for very long.
Okay.
Okay. This is a very intense stretch. And I want to point out, I did this for many, many years, right? And one day I was in the posture, but I felt how my heart just settled into the ground. It just rested. And I must have been in this posture, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. I don't know how long I was there. But there was this connection between this chakra and Manipur. And there was such an intensity to connecting. It was pretty interesting. I know that Manipur is where is the chakra that really we kind of have to focus on, but you can bring both into it, and it has a beautiful effect. Just observe your body, and it'll tell you. It'll show you. But yeah, but I'm not suggesting that you be in the posture for 5 minutes. Okay, I didn't say that. Make sure that you practice it regularly, that the body's comfortable doing it before you stay for any length of time. Okay. But yeah, I remember that experience.
Thanks. This is awesome. I love how you're taking us through these steps. This is just, nobody does this. Like they might do it a little bit, but not like this. So this is awesome.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else have any questions? No? Okay. All righty. Well, then I think we're done for today. When you do this week, if you practice it, and please try to practice it. I'm not going to ask if you have or not, but try to, because it's in your best interest to. Sandy, you can't do it, but visualize it. Okay, you'll get you'll get a benefit through visualizing. Engage those muscles, you know, all of it through the visualization. But yeah, I think you'll find, again, where there's doubt, where there's a sense of, if you're a little bit lethargic, if you're a little bit afraid, this will help you. This posture, through that surrender, you find your inner power. And it's really beautiful to feel that willpower just burgeoning, right? Just blossoming, just at the time when you need it, if you allow yourself to go there. So enjoy it. And maybe it was brought to you this week because this week you needed that. So just keep that in mind, okay? All righty. I love you. I love you. very
Thank you.
much. Yeah.
Thank you, Margie.
My pleasure. And I'll see you tomorrow or
Tomorrow.
next week.
Happy Women's Day, everyone.
Happy Women's Day. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Margie.